Grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening, grand rest, wherever you are, whenever you tune in. So, because we did not do a regularly scheduled manifestation and money matters message for Monday, we are going to bring in a similar vibe for this session, although obviously it isn't Monday. So, in general, we're mostly going to be beginning with Woodland Wardens to create a bit of a in the present moment type of we'll just say manifestation and more mission focused than money matters at this time. So although the finance department is important and does have, some role in this illusion of a reality, we are going to keep the manifestation storyline more particular to being mission focused in this session. All right. Do keep in mind, this is general, so not everyone is on the same mission, let alone the same mission detail. However, each general message will resonate in some kind of way for this channel's listeners. All right. So we're going to do one card in terms of manifestation, like just the basics. And then follow it with more mission-focused details. And because this is mission-focused, before I begin pulling cards, we are going to light the sage. And this would be a good time for you to take that one conscious breath and think about in terms of what you already have received directly in terms of your assignments and your missions. Set your intent and your target on that. And this is where, again, it's going to be and mean something different for everyone. All right, let's get right to it. While the sage sanitizes and purifies and blesses this atmosphere as well as a little your way, of course. All right. One more shuffle, I'm hearing. Let's go. Okay, I'm also being guided to do a 4-stack split. Well, the 4th stack is just going to have to be out of frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. So 3 cards wanted to fall from the bottom. So what we're going to do is the first 2 will be, as mentioned, a general manifestation message followed by a more mission focused message and then a clarifier. So we'll just put the clarifier above the other 2 for now. So in general, in terms of our manifestation at this time, we have determination with the Ram and the Dahlia. So in terms of our manifestation, determination is extremely relevant and adequate at this time. I see the determination in you, though. I truly believe you have the power to accomplish your wildest dreams. While others may tire or lose interest, you are persistent and will see your ambitions through. This card comes with an inquiry, something to consider, a teachable moment even perhaps. When have I worked best alone and when have I benefited from another's help? And also, what am I most determined to accomplish? Now for a more mission-focused message, we have anticipation with the quail and the gooseberry. Interestingly enough, after I first put this feather out, I saw this card at the bottom of the deck. Not at the absolute bottom. It was when I was grabbing the cards and some of them were moving away from the rest of the deck. So it's interesting that this one came back out. Take advantage of your foreknowledge, preparing for what's to come. Wow, that is direct. That is like straight up, cut and dry, not cutting any corners with that one. I'm feeling as though this card doesn't even really need any of that clarification from that third card. Like, that is straight up saying take advantage of your foreknowledge. Take advantage of the experience through situations and observations that you have already things you've already endured through with this determination that are invaluable during this time. There is something that is about to come to a close, or something has come to a close recently. And the outcome is about to become I see. It's like tempted to move on to the next mission without knowing the outcome just yet of your current mission. Although I have been sharing in recent energy forecasts that there has been a lot of victory. However, it would be suggestible to understand that there is still a little bit of clearing the way, so to speak, going on. So don't be too quick to reach for that low-hanging fruit in anticipation, because you have a even bigger mission ahead of you. So the low-hanging fruit at this time, which is not always the case, reaching for low-hanging fruit is not always necessarily something to be cautious about. But in this instance, it's like this is all, it's overripe. And so by the time you would be able to put it to good use, there would already be some spoilage, so to speak. Like it would already be, like it would lose its pizzazz before you could really make good use of it. So the patience, yes, patience is relevant at this time, as there is that air of caution in that low growing vegetation, beloveds. So we're actually going to use the clarification card for the determination card, because we've just spent a lot of time with that quail and gooseberry, with that arrow of caution. Also, watch what you consume while you're waiting in anticipation for your next mission, or it could spoil your current mission, I just heard. Clarifying the ram and the dahlia, we have the spider and passion flower. Creative ingenuity. Interesting. So, we're going to get right to the inquiry on this one. With all of this determination, how can you overcome an obstacle using what? You already know, what you already have within. Exercising patience in order to fully appreciate the results of your labor. Wow. What to carry with you into your next mission, beloveds, is when have you solved a problem using your ingenuity in the past? So in general, in the past, and then like as you're anticipating the results, the spider and the passion flower are giving you this breathing room, so to speak, this sanctuary where, again, this is the type of energy that has been in our orbit pertaining to the spider and just about any given spider recently, is this air of knowing that you really don't have to go far at all to know that all will be provided. Especially with shared creative ingenuity. You're more clever and wise than what you likely once believed. You're starting to realize this now. From the bottom of the deck, to clarify the spider and the passion flower, we have the salamander and the black pepper inspiration. And in this instance, I'm not really getting that you're seeking a whole lot of inspiration other than by way of like reviewing your own, I don't really want to say like productivity or performance, but it's almost like it is that though. Like, like creating a bullet point list of, you know, how many different things you've achieved lately. But this is for your own use, and this is between you and your higher power. This is not like somewhere where you're creating, how would I put it? It's not like you're being required to create a slideshow presentation to others of your own self check-in. But with the inspiration card coming out, as you merge from this mission completion into your next mission, what you carry with you is going to be a source of inspiration for others. Yes, you. a source of inspiration for others. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's take a look at inspiration, the salamander, and black pepper, interestingly enough, from a little bit more of a storytelling point of view from the guidebook. Beautiful. Squaring up with what I said, but in a positive way. Not to summon destruction. It's more like utilizing tools to also create opportunities for others. Like a chain reaction. Like the peppercorns, the way that they grow, they grow in like a chain. So that's what I'm hearing. A chain reaction by way of your energy is inspiring. So the inquiry, I'll give you the inquiry and then I will read the story portion. There's two different inquiries, but the one that is meant for this particular session goes as such. How do I invite and incorporate more inspiration into my life? But again, not in a sense of seeking to be inspired, but how you can incorporate your energy to be that sunshine, to be the one who initiates some of these ripples of inspiration, these chain reactions. To a degree, from a certain angle, the spots on the salamander remind me of like golden nuggets of wisdom that you can impart upon others. But it's like in the present moment, you're going through this review of sorts of your own, your life in general. Again, the first card, the Ram and the Dahlia, represented more like manifestation related in your, more your life in general. And then the second card, the Quail and the Gooseberry, pertaining to a more mission-based initiative. And then the second set of cards here, both clarifying the Ram and the Dahlia, your determination. The anticipation is already there. And if we give it any more acknowledgement, again, there is that air of caution of being an opportunist and seeking to obsessively or indulgently and inadvertently creating some form of delay due to that low-hanging fruit is already at its most ripe. So it wouldn't be any good for you. So to waiting on the results of your outcome, as well as doing this review of your own, reflecting. Think of the passion flower as like mirrors that the spider is gazing into, like a self check-in, but with a balance of honest review and like, you know, what can you tell yourself when you look in the mirror that will actually keep those creative and ingenuitive juices flowing without pride or arrogance or rushing to the next mission. There's more to learn and more to know from the mission that was just completed. It's like the mission is complete, but the review is not. And again, this is between you and your higher power, your higher selves, not others. This is not an open debate for others to slip in with their bitterness and critique. It's not what this is. All right? Just know that. And don't tolerate others interjecting without invite. Especially in terms of your livelihood, with your life in general, as well as your next mission. Like, yeah. They can just wait for the grand reveal of all the golden nuggets that you carry over into the next mission. All right, let's see here. So what I'm going to do at this time is go into the Wild Unknown archetypes for a card that is going to be so in general that no matter what your next mission turns out to be, this archetype in particular is going to be relevant for anyone who listens. Again, this we no longer do the take what resonates and leave the rest tomfoolery here. It's not how it works. All right, let's go into the Wild Unknown archetypes. One, please. Thank you. See, I'm already hearing you be the judge. Flux what they say. Forget what they say. That's what I'm getting right off the bat. But something tells me there's way more depth to be discussed. When in the light, discernment. Absolutely discernment. Which goes right along with that air of caution during this brief time of anticipation, waiting on news of your next mission. The judge's energy is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up all around. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens. And what I'm getting, to confirm what I was saying a little bit ago, is that those walls are necessary at this time. Those walls are necessary at this time. It is the right action. The judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment. And I know that we've been witnessing that a lot lately, especially with the good news that was confirmed recently about all the victories that actually have been obtained. But those who want to be stuck in stewing in their bitterness and stirring the shift pot, that's what they're going to get. Like, we could tell them, oh, victory is upon us, and that means for you too, and they'll find a reason to complain about it. Or keep the drama flowing. And continue to contribute to fallen agendas. So, this judge is not out of balance, beloveds, and this is great news for the collective. But here's what I'm getting. Be careful what you advocate, because what you advocate is also what you consume, and it becomes you. You become it. But there is something about how we stand up for the underdog. We do what we can when we can with what we have. Providing resources when they are available through us, as well as offering a bit of that spontaneous, unexpected, twist in the narrative, but it's a good one. It's a happy spin on things, beloveds. Forgiving again and again, over and over. Even if it doesn't initially appear that way, as we're just coming out of the other side of a challenge. This is the type of order that our divine missions are leading us towards. Not some crazy better than thou, we're gonna conquer you and enslave you and keep you polarized forever and ever type of agenda. I just heard the buck stops here. Pause. It's a no, 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 no. To continuing to support that dialogue and that energy. So yes, even becoming more discerning during this time of anticipation, this review, this self-check-in. Because it's just what your internal temple judge has in order. where love is the deciding factor. Beautiful. Yes, I just did pick up that particular line. I was trying to figure out a way to close it, and there it is. Yes, directly from the author herself, Kim Krans. Yes, love is the deciding factor. So, if anything, no matter who we are, what we're going through, what we've been through, during this time of anticipation for our next mission, there's more to discover from within. I'm hearing that internal hierophant, and it's between you and them and no one else. However, it will benefit all because the world needs more of it. And that is the miracle manifestation and mission focused message for today. Thank you so very much for listening. With much gratitude and appreciation. From the depths of my heart chakra to yours. We're not bored, baby. We are patiently anticipating our next mission. Brightest blessings.